Hello, pet parents and pet lovers. A healthy dog is a happy dog, and a very integral aspect of your dog's overall health is taking care of their oral hygiene. Proper care of your dog's gums and teeth, accompanied with a healthy and balanced diet, can decrease their risk of oral diseases. Dental disease can cause tooth loss and other painful infections in your dog's body, which makes checking their gums and teeth regularly all the more important. This is Melody from Pet Fed India, your host for today, and we are here to discuss the similarities and differences with human and canine teeth. So, to take this discussion ahead, we have Dr. Aradhana Pandey, who will help us cover all the basics around oral hygiene in dogs. Hello, doctor. How are you today?
Hello, Melody. I'm perfectly fine and really very happy to be back on PetFed and with a good audience over here.
Awesome. Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you with us, Doctor. So, for those of you who don't know Dr. Aradhana Pandey, she is a senior and experienced vet serving in the pet industry for more than 20 years and is the owner of Doggy World, which is 3 branches in Delhi. She specializes in companion animal medicine, nutrition, and behavior. She's an ardent pet lover and performs her duties with love, dedication, and passion. So also would like to let you know, for all those who have just tuned in right now, Dr. Aradhana will be taking questions and answering those questions as well. So please feel free to ask away any questions that you may have, all by just typing it in the comments below. We are also running that very exciting trivia contest today during the live session, and we'll be asking 3 questions throughout the session, and 3 lucky winners who answer all the 3 questions correctly will win a gift hamper courtesy Purina Pro Plan. So all you have to do is just stick with us for the next 1 hour, and I will be asking you questions in the middle of this 1 hour session for you to answer in the comments below, and the winners will be announced at the end of the session. So on this very special day of World Health Oral Health Day, we're going to start off our very first question to Doctor. So could you kindly help us understand the differences and similarities between human and canine teeth?
Well, Melody, if we take the structure of the teeth, the basic composition of the teeth is same. Only difference is on the basis of the eating habit, they have developed accordingly. So since the canines, the basic name comes from itself that they are more towards carnivores, and they in the wild were supposed to eat all the flesh, they were supposed to hunt for themselves. So their canine teeth is specially developed. So they have got more powerful canine teeth, and they are supposed to chew and tear the flesh. So accordingly, the incisors have been developed accordingly. So the number of teeth, the positioning of the teeth, and the development of the teeth has variations as compared to the human teeth. But otherwise, the basic structure, the composition, it remains the same as the human teeth.
So there's just no difference except for them because they have to tear through flesh.
Yes.
All right, great. So at what age should a parent start dental cleaning for their pets? You know, what kind of dental cleaning agent should be used during the early stages of their life?
The dental cleaning should start as early as the teeth have started erupting. That is around 45 days to 2 months of age. Though at that time the teeth are very small and they don't need a very frequent rubbing or brushing, but it will habituate the animal so that we are, once we are putting the finger or the brush inside the mouth, so he knows that and he understands that I am supposed to go through this procedure also, and they don't become aggressive once we start dental cleaning towards the older age. So it should start as early as possible. Though the type of dental agents that we are using in the early stage varies from the normal dental agents that we'll be using towards the senior age or towards the old age. The initial thing should be very soft, preferably maybe a finger wipes. There's a simple wipe type of a thing that is worn on your finger, and a small massaging effect is done on the teeth so that whatever the milk or the Cerelac or the tartar deposition has started, or the food particles that have deposited on the mouth, that can be cleaned very easily and softly without physically damaging the gums or the dental, the tiny teeth that have just started erupting. So it should be very delicate and in a very chemical-free type of a way, but that the pet should be habituated right from that very age.
Right from the early, yeah, like you said, 45 days. So they should start
Yes.
as early as possible.
Yes.
Yeah. So in fact, let's continue this question. We've got Manisha. Hello, Manisha. Thank you so much for joining us. So based on the very same question, doctor, she asks, is it necessary to brush my dog's teeth regularly?
Yes, frankly speaking, dental hygiene is one of the most important things which we keep on ignoring. Like we have not been told right from the initial stages that this is also has to be done right from the very beginning. And once the problems start, then we are suddenly awakened. What has happened now? What we have to do? So ideally, it is something like you are brushing the hair of your puppies, you are massaging the puppy. In the same manner, dental hygiene is also that important, that it should be started right from the initial stages of the pups. Two reasons are there: the dental problems don't start that early, but the pet should be habituated for these things. And if we start early, we are preventing the disease instead of
Right.
the dental problems starting up and then we are taking care of it. It becomes a problem. So it's always better that, as very well said, that prevention is always better than cure. So why not prevent the things before it starts happening? It is one of the most crucial thing, and it should be done in every pet and started as early as possible.
Absolutely. So, Manisha, I hope that answers your question. So, we've got a couple more questions that have come in, but it's time for our very first trivia question. So, get ready to type in the right answer. Just take a second, Doctor. We'll be back
Yeah.
with you in just a second to give you the next question. So, here's your trivia question, our very first one for the evening. How many teeth do dogs have? I'll repeat that. How many teeth do dogs have? Your options are two. Option one, 36. Or option 2, 42. Once again, option 1, 36, or option 2, 42. Quickly type it down in the comments section, and hopefully you get the answer right. So we move on to the next question. Of course, how often should dental cleaning be done? And what kind of products are available for dental cleaning for an adult dog?
Frankly speaking, it should be as frequent as we do it for ourselves. Obviously, we can't recommend twice a day or three times a day, but at least once a day, dental cleaning should be done, and it should be started as early as possible. So, at least the basic deposition of the food, the things that have already accumulated in the mouth, they can be cleaned right after every meal. So it can't be possible after every meal because obviously everyone has got a busy schedule and it's really difficult. But at least once a day should be done. And if you have got a very hectic schedule and you can't take out the time, at least I would recommend alternate day is the best time where you have to go for the dental cleaning.
All right, so alternate days. So what kind of
Okay.
products should we use? In fact, we've got Deepthi also is asked the similar question. Thank you, Deepthi, for joining us. A great question as well. She says, does chew toys help or teeth cleaning sticks are efficient? Does mouth sprays solve the same purpose as brushing? So maybe you can just throw some light on what kind of products can we use
Fine.
to
So it's
take.
it's a very important thing, and there are a wide array of products that can be used. In the initial stages, as I told you, that there are finger wipes that you can simply apply on the finger, and that can be rubbed on the gums. That gives a massaging effect. It helps in removing all the feed and any bacteria startup that has started over there to remove. That's the basic thing. After that, you can use, there are different types of toothpastes are available that can be applied with the help of very small type of toothbrushes that are available in the market. There are different water additives. They are liquids that can be poured into the water, and once the pet drinks the water, it has got different type of enzymes that acts into the mouth and helps in removal of the bacteria and any sort of food buildup. Then there are different feed additives. These are powder forms of things which help in removing these type of harmful things from the mouth. Apart from that, there are different, as she was mentioning, that giving toys or chew sticks, it is, yes, very well helpful, because chew sticks or any toy that helps as a physical thing that rub upon the teeth, and it helps in removing the bacteria and any food particles. Basically, it acts like in the traditional times we used to have the tune. It serves the same purpose. Like once it is rubbed on the teeth, so it helps in physically removing. But it has got certain negative effects, like chew sticks. If not chew sticks, chew bones, if swallowed accidentally, so it at times causes choking also. Or toys, there are certain toys which give out small particles that come out of it, and the pet might ingest it. So they could be at times a bit risky, but if you are watchful and you are giving them under your supervision, they can be very well given, and it is very helpful for them.
All right. So, in fact, Samarth has just joined us. Hi, Samarth. How are you doing? He says, my dog dislikes brushing teeth. So, what should I do?
Obviously, dogs never like brushing of the teeth. That's why I say they start as early as possible. So the best option there could be like there are different foam sprays, something like we use on a foam shave in the human. It's a foam. Once you spray it, it will go into the mouth. That could be used. Foam sprays could be used, and there are gels that can be applied on the mouth. You don't have to physically rub it; just you have to apply on the teeth. And if he is not even letting you touch the teeth, then the water additives or the feed additives are there. There are chemical products, almost tasteless, that can be added to the feed, and they will act on the mouth once the dog is having the feed, or once he is having his water. His bowl is filled with that water and with the medicine. So whenever he is having that water, this medicine is going into his mouth, and it will be acting on the mouth and is taking care of it. So
all right, so
prevents to some extent these type of things.
So Samarth, use the gels for your dog. So that should help. So the next question is, Doctor, what will happen if pet parents don't pay attention to their pet's dental cleaning? So, you did mention a little bit, but maybe you can, explain a little bit more about, what could happen if you don't take care of your pet's teeth.
All right. What happened is normally in this type of like urban environment, we are keeping small pets. So they are like lap dogs. Every time you come there, they'll jump with you and they'll come to you. But the first sign that starts coming is the bed breath. So the moment they'll come and lick your face, you'll feel really agitated because it's a very pungent smell, and this sort of irritates you, and even it's not good for them. So bed breath is the first sign that comes. Then there will be deposition of plaque. Then it will turn into tartar. That will be a permanent thing. There will be gingivitis, like the infection and the inflammation of the gums, and all sorts of diseases and the dental problems will start coming. So if you are not physically doing anything, ultimately you'll have to go for dental scaling, which is like a clinical procedure. You'll have to go to the vet and you'll have to get it cleaned by the machines and all. Again, that's a painful situation for them, because for a human being, you can understand, yes, I'm going for a dental cleaning, I'm getting my teeth cleaned, and but for a pet, it is very difficult. So many times we'll have to put them down under anesthesia, and then we have to do the dental cleaning, because they are also aggressive, and dealing with the teeth is not an easy thing. So that becomes a painful procedure for them. So if we don't do that, ultimately it will lead to the decay of the teeth. Many times we'll have to remove the teeth, and many times we have to go for surgical procedures to maintain them.
Right.
So it leads to all sorts of problems.
All sorts of problems. Yeah. Like you mentioned, prevention is better than cure. It goes for everyone.
Yes.
All right. So time for our second trivia question. We've got a couple of you have answered the first one. So keep your fingers crossed so that you could walk away with an exclusive hamper from Purina Pro Plan. So here's question number 2 for you. So which dog teeth are most important? I'll repeat that. Which dog's teeth are most important? Option 1, is it the canines, or option 2, the incisors? Once again, option 1, canines, or option 2, incisors. At the end of this session, 3 lucky people will be walking away with hampers courtesy of Purina Pro Plan. So make sure that you answer this question. Just put down your answers in the comment box. So back to you, Doctor. Can pet parents use chewing bones and toys for dental cleaning? You had mentioned it, but we do have some new people who have joined us. So maybe you can touch upon it once again. Or
yes,
what kind of chewing, toys are good for the dental health of pets?
Yes, dental chews and dental sticks are good. They can be used very well. Only thing is that you have to be, they should be given under your supervision, like you are present. He doesn't swallow it up completely, or he doesn't eat it up completely, and they might stuck into the food pipe and all. They can be very well given, but make sure that it is according to the size of your pet. Like if it's a very small pet, preferably give a stick or a small bone. If it's a big one, give a bigger bone, so that many a times big dogs, they just swallow the things. If it's a small bone, they'll swallow it as such. So it might cause problems. And if it is a small dog and given a big bone, he'll chew for some time, then he'll keep it on the floor, leave it, and maybe after 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe next day he'll start chewing the rest of it. In the meantime, that bone will develop all sorts of bacteria and it might get dust and it becomes unhygienic. So if he again chews on that same thing, so indirectly we are again introducing the bacteria instead of cleaning the teeth. So that
Right.
way we have to be careful. Otherwise, we can very well give chew sticks and even toys. There are certain chew toys that we can give, but make sure in the toys there should not be a loose plastic or rubber things that come out easily. So while he is chewing, he might not swallow all those things, and later on it won't cause any sort of problems.
Right. Yeah. So I hope that would answer the question to everybody who's been asking about the chew toys and chewing bones. So you did mention about, the different kind of diseases that pets can develop if we don't take care of the teeth. So what is to be done in case of dental plaque and tartar formation? How can, people prevent all of this? Of course, we need to start taking care of our pet's teeth. But say in case you do get a pet and they haven't taken care of the pet's teeth as well, and there's a lot of plaque and tartar. So how do we go about that?
Okay, once it is a soft thing, plaque is a comparatively softer depositions on the teeth, while tartar is a extensive buildup. It's like a
Right.
bony layer that has completely covered the teeth. So till the time it is soft, we advise for a physical cleaning, like maybe advise some brushes and paste for them. The paste that are used in the pets, they are meant to be swallowed. So there's no worry about that they'll have to flush off or it will be difficult for them to use it. So physically, you can use it with a brush and clean it accordingly. But once a tartar is developed, then obviously only the scaling is the option that we are left with. We'll have to remove it with the help of machines. But it should be always done under the supervision of a professional vet, because if it is a well formed of tartar, maybe he'll prescribe you some antibiotics before he takes over the procedure. Because if we start right away, the bacteria that is already residing into there, it might further penetrate into the gums and even the nerves that are connecting, and it might further complicate the situation. So first he might prescribe you certain antibiotics so that a basic dental care and hygiene is taken care of, and then advise you a date on which you can go and get the scalings done, and
All right.
followed by certain like regimens like brushing or liquids or whatever he takes for the further treatment of the prevention
Perfect.
of the tartar.
That's right. Yeah. So how will dental problems affect a pet? Should dental cleaning be done for all dog breeds?
Yeah, frankly speaking, dental problems are predisposed to certain type of breeds. Like it depends upon the structure of the mouth and the type of feed the patient is taking, the pet is taking. Suppose a brachycephalic dog is there, like a pug is there, Pekingese is there, who has got a flat face. The type of the bony structure of the placement of the teeth is such that the chances of tartar buildup is more. Plus, if we are doing a physical cleaning and brushing, we won't be able to reach to the interiors of the teeth. So the chances of diseases happening in these type of breeds is more as compared to a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler who has got a complete big structure where very easily you can brush it and very easily you can clean it. But again, for a bigger breed, it becomes difficult to physically brush it because they are more aggressive. And if you haven't
Correct.
started early at an early stage, so the chances of developing it, it's also very high. In small breed like toy poms and these type of breeds which is very small, it is really difficult to clean them because it's painful for them and they won't allow you to do it. So the am I audible?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
go ahead.
So basically, it depends upon the structure, the size, and the shape of the pets, which is causing all those problems. So according to the breed, we have to select the type of procedures that we are following. Another problem is that most of the small breeds, they are hand-feed dogs, or they are on a very soft diet. People prefer like giving them maybe mashed chapati with curd and all those things. So the soft diets, they tend to stick more to the teeth. They are not cleaned very properly after the diet, and they don't provide any sort of physical cleaning of the teeth. If a pet is on a dog food, so his teeth is physically cleaned while he's chewing it, while he's breaking the cables. So physically also the food particles and everything is removed from the teeth. Once they are on a soft diet, these type of things can't be taken care of. Hence,
Right.
it's more prone in small breeds, more prone in soft diet eaters, and more prone in people who are not letting you touch your teeth.
Perfect. So we have a question from Fareen. I know you did answer, but if you could quickly just mention to Fareen, what are some of the common mouth problems in dogs?
Well, Fareed, the mouth problems that are most common are, first, it begins with bad breath, then gingivitis, the infection and the inflammation of the gums. Then there will be inflammation of the teeth, the infection in the teeth, later on tartar development and plaque formation. Ultimately, all sorts of periodontal diseases will develop because of this. Even these are the diseases that I'm talking about of the mouth. There are certain diseases that can also develop over a period of time if we have a dental problem. Like the digestive problems will be there. There will be different type of infections in the stomach also because of all these things. Because the digestion starts in the mouth. If a food is chewed properly, if it is mixed with saliva properly, then it is digested in a better way. If it's not properly digested, chewed, it won't be digested to that extent. So many further diseases can also happen because of this basic dental thing.
I hope, Fareen, that answers your question. I know, Doctor, we are concentrating mostly on dogs, but maybe you can quickly just take this question from Shrishti. She says, is it necessary to brush cats' teeth too? I don't think that's possible, but yeah, if you could
frankly speaking, cats need a more stricter regimen as compared to dogs, because they have got much higher chances of dental infections as compared to the dogs. But yes, physically it becomes difficult for dental brushing and all. So the finger wipes are available, the liquids are available that you can add to their water so that it can physically remove things. Adding a dry cat food to their diet is a must, because it also helps in physically removing. They are not very much into chews, or they are not very much into play toys that helps in chewing. So dry food, it helps to a great extent in the cleaning of the teeth in the cats. And a regular dental checkup with a vet is a must, because they have got many diseases in which we even have to remove the complete dental structure. You won't believe, all the teeth needs to be removed many a times in the cat, because they have got so many type of diseases in the mouth, which is very rare in case of dogs. But in case of cats, we have to many times remove the whole of the dental thing. So they need more care as compared to dogs.
Yeah, pretty tough when it comes to cats. Okay, yes. I have one more question before I ask you the next trivia question to the audience. So you did mention about food. So that's exactly what the question is. So does dog food help in cleaning the teeth? And can chewing raw vegetables help to clean the teeth as well?
Yes, both of these things help, because once a kibble is broken by the teeth, it obviously rubs against the teeth. So whatever small food particles or whatever the minute quantities of tartar has developed, that starts coming out. So once the pet is given the food as per the kibble, as per the size and as per the breed of the dog, it helps in, because the chewing effect and everything helps in removing it. There are certain foods also that has got different type of enzymes that act on the teeth. Not all the food are having, but some of the foods are having different dental enzymes that help in keep preventing the tartar buildup. And if we talk about the raw vegetables, yes, for a small pets, it helps, like in the teething, recently teething pups, or pups with very fragile and soft teeth. We prefer giving them carrots, or even cucumber sticks, or even soup sticks. I tend to give to my patients. Like they'll chew on it, and that will physically help in cleaning. So some fruits and vegetables do help.
Okay, that's great. So I will ask the trivia question right now, but we've got Ishan. Hi, Ishan. I hope you're doing well. It's great to see that you've joined us. So he says, my Shih Tzu's teeth are very small. I'm afraid if I brush them, I might hurt his gums.
Yes, definitely. For a small breeds, it's really difficult, but there are very soft bristled brushes are available for the small breed dogs. They have got very small and very soft bristles that you can softly and easily you can massage it. If he's a very small pet, like if he's young, very young, you can use the finger wipes. You have to just apply it on your finger, and you can take the paste, and by a light circular movement you can apply it on the teeth, and with the help of this finger only you can remove whatever has been built up over there. And still, if you feel that it is difficult for you to clean them, so better you add some sort of feed additives or water additives, which will help in physically removal of these things, and not build up of the tartar will happen in these type of patients.
Ishan, I hope that answers your question. And one more, we have street dogs. Deepthi has messaged and she says, are street dogs immune from these dental issues? Of course, I don't think so. But any natural remedy they use that nature supports them with?
I don't think there's anything. Only thing is that the dental structure is in such a way, like they have got a pointed face and there is a lot of space. So the chances of food buildup is less, because for a small breed where the space is less, like in a Shih Tzus or in a toy poms or in pugs, the food gets stuck into the spaces. But in case of Indian dogs, the space is quite big. So the chances of cleaning of the teeth on a natural way is more. But it's not like that they are not prone to dental diseases.
Right.
Yes, they are exposed to more of bones and all those things. They tend to chew those things. That might be one of the things that might help them. Otherwise, there's nothing as such.
Nothing as such. All right. Okay. So you can take a break for a second while I ask the final trivia question. And I hope you're ready to type in the right answers in the comment section below. So you have to state whether this statement is true or false. Dogs have 28 primary teeth. Option 1, true. Option 2, false. Once again, dogs have 28 primary teeth. All you have to just type down in the comment section is whether it's true or false. So of course, quickly do that, because you know what's coming your way at the end of this session. 3 lucky winners will walk away with exclusive Purina Pro Plan hampers. So back to you, Dr. Aradhana. Does the type and temperature of food have any effect on dental health?
Yes, I think I covered part of it. The type of food that we eat, obviously it will help. It affects the tartar buildup, and it helps in deposition, because if we are eating if we are giving our pets a very soft diet, obviously it will tend to stick more to the teeth. If we are giving a sweet or a sugar containing diet, it will obviously lead to buildup of more type of bacteria in it. So soft diet, sugary diets, and these type of things lead to some sort of a dental buildup more commonly. But otherwise, I don't think there's any specific food that lead to these things. Yes, hand feed dogs. If we are hand feeding it, we are forcing small portions of it, and the dog is not chewing it properly. This also leads to the development of certain diseases, because they are not physically using the teeth. They are just we are giving them soft diet and they are swallowing it up. So these dogs are also more prone towards developing these type of diseases.
Okay, so yeah, like you just mentioned, but we've got Prachi who's just joined in. Maybe you can help her out once again. She says, does food temperature also have any effect on my dog's dental health?
Temperature, if it's very cold, obviously, or it's very hot. If very hot, it's the pet will swallow it immediately. It won't last in the mouth very long. Though the pets, frankly speaking, they swallow a lot of it. They don't chew it properly like we do it. We chew it multiple times and then we eat it. So if it is very hot or very cold, they won't chew it properly. They'll try to swallow it off. And if it is very cold, obviously it will stick to the teeth more, and the chances are that it will remain there. And once it will remain there, the bacteria will build up. But otherwise, as such, I don't think there's any effect of it on the apart from the physical presence of the food.
Okay, so the temperature doesn't really make much of a difference to the
once
food.
Once the teeth are affected, like if it's the external layer is eroded, then obviously if he's eating a cold diet or if he's eating a hot diet, it will be irritating as it is in your face, and it's a very painful situation. But it will not predispose the dogs to these type of problems.
Okay. We also have Deepthi. She says, could you kindly suggest some good solvents to include in water?
There are multiple products that are available. Commercial products are available that can be used. wherein you have to just measure the quantity, like in 1 liter of water, you have to add just 10 ml of that liquid, and that can be mixed very easily to the diet, to the water. It is totally without any sort of odor or smell, so the pets easily takes it. If we add, there are certain products like any sort of herbal things that we can get it from our kitchen also, that we can add, but they have got an odor or a smell, so the dogs don't take it very easily. To some extent vinegar helps, but obviously we can't add vinegar to their diet. The pet won't take it, and he won't be very happy drinking it. So we have to have the products that are totally odorless, and he doesn't feel that there is a some sort of a difference in the water that he is drinking. Otherwise, they'll stop drinking from that bowl also. So preferably the commercially available product should be used only, so that he is not affected by the use of these products.
Yes. We've got Amrita who's just joined in. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Amrita. She says, how many treats per day does not harm my dog's teeth?
Frankly speaking, I'm a vet who always recommend not to give any treats to your to your pets, because obviously treats not only the teeth, not it in general affects the overall health and general well-being of the pet. So I always recommend go for the healthy things. If you want to give treats, maybe give a piece of cucumber or give a piece of carrot, so it is hard, he can chew on it, and he can always have some sort of cleaning effect on his teeth. Any treat that has got preservative, that has got maybe slight quantity of sugar content or any sort of chemicals in it, obviously in the long term is going to affect the general health. Apart from the teeth, let alone the teeth, it will have the effect on the general condition of the pets also. You know why the cavities are very less in case of dogs as compared to human beings. It's only because we are not advising them to give the sugary food, because the bacteria that is present in the mouth, they act on the sugar and they convert it into acids. That's why we have cavities. Human beings have cavities only because we eat that sugary feed, and this bacteria convert it into acids, which is missing in case of dogs. That's the reason the dogs are not having so many cavities and so many problems. They are having more of other problems, but cavities are quite less. So avoid giving any sort of treats. Give it healthy things. If you at all want to give it, give a soup stick. Maybe you can buy a human soup stick which has got low salt, low sugar, or no sugar type of thing. They are hard, they are chewy, and the dogs relish it. So that sort of thing you can add, but try to avoid giving more of treats to your pets.
Yeah. Okay. So finally, can you help us with some maintenance and cleaning tips, that our pet parents can take up at home for their pets?
Okay. So as I told you earlier also, there are different stages of it depending upon your pet acceptability and depending upon your time available. You can have different type of regimens. Like, there's no substitute for physical brushing. So if you have time and you have ample time, go for brushing. There are soft bristles, specially made toothbrushes available for the pet. There are special toothpastes for them. Don't use your own toothpaste. Use the pet's toothpaste only, and physically brush the teeth. If you don't have ample time, you can't do it on a regular basis, or your pet is not allowing you to do it. So try to do one thing. You can add maybe a foam or a gel to the mouth daily, or you can add a water additive to your pet's bowl that he'll have daily, and maybe 2 times a week or 3 times a week, whenever you are having some time, you can brush him physically. So there's no substitute for physical brushing, but yes, you can mix and match. Give him a dental spray on a daily basis. Maybe once or twice you can give a spray. You have to just open the mouth and spray the thing into the mouth, and don't give food anything after that for at least half an hour, and it will be taken care of. But obviously, take out some time in a week, maybe once or twice, for the physical cleaning of the pet. dental.
All right, that's perfect. So we did have a contest running from the Purina Pro Plans page as well. So I request Dr. Aradhana to kindly answer the question, which is the most common dental disease in dogs? And we gave you two options as well, A, periodontal disease, and B, cavities. So doctor, which is the right answer? And maybe you can also stress a little bit on the right answer once you give it to us so that
Yes,
everybody knows what it is.
the answer is periodontal diseases. And a part of it, I think while our discussion, I gave a part of its answer, like why cavities are not common in the pets. And periodontal diseases, basically, these are the diseases that involves the gums and the external layer of the of the teeth. Basically, since we are not being able to clean the teeth, so there will be a tartar buildup, there will be all sorts of plaque and infection and gingivitis happening. So the external layer of the teeth get affected. The cavities are less common in dogs because the type of bacteria that is present in the mouth of the dog is less type. It's of a different type that doesn't cause any sort of cavities, because these bacteria basically act on sugars. So if the pet is not having sugar, the diet is not having sugar, so it is not converted into acid, so they are not damaged. But since we are not able to maintain the basic hygiene, we are not able to clean the teeth very easily, very frequently. So these type of the periodontal diseases, like inflammation of the gums, the infection of the gums, the tartar and the plaque development, these type of things happen more frequently in case of dogs.
All right, perfect. So yeah, we're almost up with the time, but we've got Palak who has asked a similar question that you had answered, but maybe because she's joined in late, we do have a few minutes to spare. So she asks, are chew bones good for my pet's teeth? Yes, we do know it is right. So maybe you can just inform Palak what kind of chew bones could be good, and
Yes,
then we're going
Palak,
to answer. Yeah,
definitely, chew bones are good for your pet, but you have to be careful depending upon the breed and the size of the pet. You have to choose a right chew bone or a chew stick. If it's a very small thing, small baby or a small breed dog, try to give him a smaller chew bone so that he can chew it and clean his teeth. But if it is a big dog, don't give a small stick to him, because he will swallow it up and it might lead to any sort of obstruction or injury to the food pipe. And if you are giving a big bone to a small puppy, he'll keep on chewing it and then he'll throw it, and this will lie into the dust, and it will, even if how easily you can clean it, you can wash it, but still the bacteria will be available, and once he start chewing it again, it will transfer the infection to him. So better choose the sticks or the bones according to the size, age, breed of the babies, and yes, you can give it very well. That's a very good option.
All right. I hope, Palak, that answers your question. So we are ready. Our winners for the special hamper of Purina Pro Plan. I'll just run through those questions once again. The first trivia question was, how many teeth do dogs have? We gave you options of 1 and 2, 36 or 42. 42 is the correct answer. Which dog teeth are most important? That was the second trivia question. We gave you options of 1, canines, or 2, incisors, and canines is, of course, the right answer. And the final question, true or false? Do dogs have 28 primary teeth? And the correct answer is, of course, true. So I've got the winners. Big thank you to each one of you for participating in the trivia contest. Our 3 lucky winners are Deepthi Bedi, Ishan Gaur, and Manisha Jha. A big congratulations to all of you. Make sure that you send in your details to the Purina Pro Plan page, and so that you can collect your hampers as well. So once again, congratulations. And of course, I'd like to send out a big thank you to Dr. Aradhana for taking time out from your busy schedule today and joining us for a much awaited session. And Dr. Aradhana, any final words before we close our session?
Yes, Mallory, I'd like to say a few things. One is that
Yes,
dental hygiene is something that most of the parents don't pay an attention. And once the things have gone beyond our hands, then we start thinking about it. Dental hygiene is something like a primary thing that needs to be done right from the day when you have adopted the baby. Maybe in a smaller version, maybe in a bigger version, depending upon the age, breed, and sex of your pet. You have to start it right away, because as I said, that prevention is always better than cure. So it's always better to start early. Once the diseases have happened, it is very painful for the pet. It is very difficult for you to take care of the things, because it is really painful while you are brushing once the things have developed. So it's always better to follow some sort of dental hygiene right from the very beginning, because it's highly neglected topic, but it is one of the most important things.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Doctor, and for sharing all of that amazing information that was so required right now. And I hope everybody was happy with the answers. Of course, they are. And of course, thank you to all the pet parents who joined us. You participated, got your questions answered as well, and hope we were able to help you in some way or the other. So for more such sessions, make sure that Purina Pro Plan India's Facebook and Instagram pages. Meanwhile, you can also watch this entire video on Purina's Facebook page, Purina Pro Plan India. So thank you so much, Doctor, once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think she's left, but thanks to each and every one of you, and do have a good evening, and we'll catch you on the next session. Take care and good night.